If you guys like me doing this, just let me know in the comments because I want to do more of this. But it's really more of like what I want to share that day. So today I was like, I want to talk about trusting God, right? Like, what message can I deliver? So I did use ChatGPT's help for this. But actually, let me write on here what I'm going to be sharing. That way, when people come in, they know. Just bear with me. What verse is this? Isaiah. And now I should be able to pin it. Yes, that way people know what I'm going to be talking about when they come in mid-conversation. And then if they want to rewatch it, they can. So I'm going to be breaking down the meaning behind Isaiah 40:10. And I did do a little research, like I said, which verses that support what I wanted to talk about, which is trusting God. Because not only I, but a few of my friends are going through some life challenges right now. And I felt like this is something we all needed. So without going further into it, because I will be breaking it down, like I said, I'm going to just read the verse, which is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 10. It says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Very important that you remember that he said right hand, okay? So let's break this down for you. It says, "Do not fear, for I am with you." This is God's assurance that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. Sometimes fear makes us feel isolated, like no one understands or can help. But this verse reminds us that God's presence is constant. You are not alone. He is with you. Okay? How often do we let fear take control because we forget who's walking beside us? I know I'm guilty of this, guys. I let fear, insecurity take over when I know that I'm God's child, and I know that I'm never alone because I'm God's child. So just keep that in mind when you're going through difficult times, that you are not alone. God is with you. Now it says, do not dismay, right? Do not be dismayed. Now, dismay is another word for like overwhelmed, hopeless, confused. And God is gently reminding you, I am your God. A personal and loving statement from God. He's not distant. He's present, active, and intimately connected to our lives, okay? I encourage you that when you feel overwhelmed, that you shift your focus from the size of the problem to the size of your God. Let me say that again. I encourage you that when you're going through hard times, challenges, that you switch your focus from how big that problem is to how big God is. Because guess what? There's no one bigger than God. There's nothing bigger than God. So your problem is probably this small compared to God himself. And you're allowing something minuscule, even though it may not feel minuscule. I'm going to allow you to feel how you feel because your feelings are correct. However, we're allowing problems that are tiny compared to God affect us in a way that they shouldn't. Because, like I said, God is by your side, so it's going to be okay. Now, let's break down. I will strengthen you and help you. This is a promise, guys. This is not just words. God is promising this action. He doesn't just stand by and watch. He gives us strength when we're weak and steps in and helps when we can't do it alone. Okay? Now, I know personally so many times I felt like I'm at rock bottom. Like, God, what else can go wrong? God, why me? And all of a sudden, something good happens. God knew that you couldn't take another thing. He knew that at that moment I was breaking and I needed him to step in, and he did. And it's been like that every single time I have a challenge. I cannot remember one time where I fell flat on my face that I didn't stand back up. And guess what? That standing back up, that's God's hand. That's not me. At that point, I couldn't anymore. At that point, I was done. And he stepped in and picked me up and said, no, you're not done. There's more. There's more. Like, you got this. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Remember, I told you to remember that. With my righteous right hand. God's right hand symbolizes power, authority, victory. You know how you say your right hand is your ride or die? God's right hand is our ride or die. Like, that is our strength, our power, our authority, our victory with God's right hand on us. Okay? God isn't just holding you lightly. He's carrying you through the hard times. Like, guys, again, back to me. Like, every single time I've gone through something, God has been there to pick me up. And sometimes we don't feel deserving, right? Like, sometimes we know we are the screw up. We know it's our fault. We know we shouldn't have done that, or we should have done better, or whatever. But God doesn't care, because he loves you. He is your father. And he knows that you screwed up. And he knows that your heart intended differently. So just remember that, okay? I want to share some, I guess let's call it takeaways, something to help you through these times. And so I want you to write the verse somewhere visibly as a daily reminder. Put it on a sticky note if you work in front of your computer. Put it on your fridge, put it in your bathroom mirror, wherever you will see it daily, so that it's a constant reminder that God's got you, because he does. Pray over it whenever fear starts to creep in. And guys, the word pray can be scary to some people, especially when you've been distant from God. But it's just another way of saying talk to him. Tell him. It could be as simple as, God, don't let fear creep in. God, please protect me. God, please guide my steps. All of those are prayers, okay? So it's just statements that you say to God so that he can lead you or protect you or help you or whatever the case. And share it with someone, because you never know who else is struggling right now and needs to hear that no matter what it is that they're going through, God's got them. God has got all of us. And some people just need to hear it. So whether it's by sharing this, whether it's by sharing the verse directly with someone, I'm going to put it in the captions in case anyone missed it. I'm sure there's going to be some caption on this live once it's posted. But again, let's just read this verse one more time. It says, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed. Again, another word for dismay, overwhelmed, worried. For I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Again, that right hand signifies victory, power, strength. So, reminder, if anything you take away from this, God is with you. No matter how hard the times look, no matter how challenging life is today, tomorrow, whatever, just know that all you got to do is say, God, protect me. God, guide me. And he's there. He's right by your side right now. That's all I've got. So I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate. Again, I'm going to be doing these randomly. It's really like if I have a word in my heart, like I'm trying to get closer to God. And listen, everyone could believe into whatever they want to believe in. I believe in God, and my goal is just to get connected. No problem, love, anytime. Just get connected and closer to him. And if by me doing that and by me doing these lives, it helps someone else get connected, then I'm doing God's work. So I'm not perfect. I'm a sinner just like you. And it's okay. God knows we're sinners. That's why he died for us, right? To clean our sins. So as long as you ask for forgiveness, you are forgiven. He has the power. He is almighty. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.